As mankind reaches out into space, our little corner of the 9 planets and 30 moons will be called the inner planets. Space travel will become common during the next century, and it'll be handy to know your way around the solar system. We can make a rough map with a piece of paper about 25 inches long, a pencil, and some string. The sun, of course, over here, will be our starting point. The first planet, Mercury, is only 1/4 inch away in our scale. One side of Mercury is frozen solid, and the other side, that faces the sun, sizzles away at over 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The next planet, Venus, is covered by dense carbon dioxide clouds. It's called the shrouded planet. Little old Earth is next at 5/8 inch away on our scale. And then comes Mars at 1 inch away. Some scientists believe that Mars may be the most hospitable planet for man. And the United States spacecraft Viking 1 landed there in 1975 to sort of look around. The next planet out is the giant planet Jupiter, 3 1/2 inches away in scale. Between Mars and Jupiter is the asteroid belt, a huge collection of rocks floating in space that may have been a planet at one time. The asteroids could be an important source of raw materials for space construction crews of the future. Beautiful Saturn, with its rings, is next at 6 inches away in scale. Then Uranus at 12 inches, frozen Neptune at 19.5 inches, and desolate Pluto all the way out here at 25 inches. Mankind has visited the moon and sent satellites to investigate Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. The United States Space Shuttle will carry huge telescopes beyond the limitations of our atmosphere, and we will be able to look 100 times farther into the universe. Mankind is on the doorstep of space. Many of you watching at home right now will be the new pioneers of space.
Kidbits will return after these messages.
Master gardener Rebecca Coles travels to gardens everywhere, bringing every garden topic home to you on Rebecca's Garden.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Coles with a tip for your garden.
Vegetable gardens, houseplants, flower gardens.
If the plant doesn't look good, don't buy it.
Garden gadgets, scented gardens, tulips.
Ready to get digging? Let's go dig some bulbs.
Kansas wildflowers, Chicago water gardens, Charlotte orchids.
That's all coming up
on Rebecca's Garden.
Rebecca's Garden, Sunday morning at 7:30 on 4.
Want to see something cool? We figured out 2 escape routes for every room in our home in case there's a fire.
Fire is fast, so plan your escape.
If my main escape route is blocked by fire, I can go out this window.
My closest exit is out the back door.
It's important to have a plan so everyone knows 2 ways out.
Pick a meeting place outside so you know everyone got out.
Once outside, call the fire department. And never go back inside a burning building.
Have 2 ways out.
This is Sparky the Fire Dog. Make your home a safe spot. Learn not to burn.
Want to have a jumpin' good time and loads of fun? Yes! There's nothing puzzling about it. Wheel of Fortune is the #1 game show on television. It's easy to see why. Lots of excitement and a singing host.
Old renegade carves a Z.
Well, not really, but it does have some great family entertainment. So have some fun. Watch the next Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune, weeknights at 7. Go for it.
We now return to Kidbits.
All young scientists in and around Detroit should be aware of 2 important scientific happenings. One happens just once a year, and the other happens every day. The Science and Engineering Fair of Metropolitan Detroit and the Detroit Science Center. The Consolidated Science Fair that takes place in March at Cobo Hall is the result of research begun by students at the start of the school year in September. The fair is sponsored by the Engineering Society of Detroit and the Detroit News, as well as numerous other corporations in Detroit. Absolutely any student in the metropolitan area can enter the fair. The first step is to ask your science or math teacher for help. Information packet from the Science Fair office. The phone number for the Science Fair office is 832-2066. To enter the fair, you must devise, research, and present a complete scientific investigation in one of the topics suggested by the fair committee. These topics are life sciences, like plants, animals, and health, math and computers, physical science, such as chemistry and physics, and earth and space science, astronomy, geology, and ecology. To create a research project, you must first pose a question. This simple question is the theme or reason for your research. One example might be the raging elements of nature and their effects on the hydrologic cycle. This award-winning project was created by Lee Loringer of Plymouth. Once you have your question narrowed down, you devise your experiment. It's up to you to decide exactly how your tests will be run. Now you're ready for the actual experiment. Gather all the equipment and supplies together and start on the research that you have devised. Some experiments take several months to complete and lots of careful record keeping. When the experiment is over, you must draw a conclusion or decide what your experiment proved. Then all your records, charts, and equipments go into a neat display like this one that you also designed. Professional judges from the fields of science and industry then examine all the entries for scientific thought, creativity, thoroughness, skill, and clarity. Ribbons are then awarded to the best exhibits in the fair. If this seems like the kind of project for you, talk to your science or math teacher, choose a topic to investigate, work hard on your experiment, and submit it to the judges. You can be the scientist of the future. Coming up, a look at the Detroit Science Center.
Think how boring television would be if all it ever showed us was people just like ourselves. It would be like watching a mirror all day. But luckily, television shows us lots of people that aren't just like ourselves. They talk differently. Hi, my name is Susie. Do you want to play house? They act differently. The more you get to know what's special about other people, the more you'll appreciate what's special about yourself.
Hey, there's a smart way to watch TV.
Detroit's daily scientific experience is the Detroit Science Center, located in the University Cultural Center. The center is open daily except Monday and charges a modest admission charge, which opens the gateway to a scintillating scientific experience. The Science Center is on the corner of John R. and Warren and is convenient to both the I-75 and Lodge Freeway Warren exits. When you arrive, you start your tour in the lobby, which contains fascinating exhibits on space travel, including an Apollo training capsule, a Gemini capsule model, and a lunar lander. Then, a giant elevator opens behind you to whisk you up to the exhibit hall, where over 50 hands-on projects await you. You can touch, feel, taste, hear, and see science.
Some of the outstanding features of the Science Center are the space...
Ozzy the Robot stands by to answer your many questions about activities at the center. In the demonstration theater, a Science Center lecturer calls students up from the audience to assist in presentations of scientific experiments. After that, you descend down the neon tunnel 2 floors below and enter the Space Theater. A truly revolutionary film theater, the screen is a 67.5-foot dome. The Omnimax projector weighs 2,000 pounds. It uses the largest film format in the world and has a special lens that projects the picture in a 360-degree arc. Each of the 244 tilt-back chairs seem to be a part of the action as the film carries you undersea, overland, and down into a volcano. The Detroit Science Center is truly an amazing place. If you haven't been there yet, you're missing a whole education.
Experiments seen on this program were developed in conjunction with the Detroit Science Center, where the excitement of science is seen daily. See you next week.
Good morning. Denise Tolliver in Weather Watch 4. Cloudy overnight, lows in the 20s, partly sunny Saturday, highs in the 30s. News later on this 24-hour news station.
It's an adventure. Bernie's Journeys. Don't miss the action. Bernie travels the globe in search of video treasures. Don't miss the excitement. He explores some of sports' most memorable moments. Don't miss the thrill. He digs up gems the sports world would like you to forget. Bernie's Journeys, Wednesdays on the Night Beat at 11 on 4. What were they thinking? The metro area's dumbest criminals. See them caught in the act tonight at 11. Outrageous stories from police files.
The guy went in and robbed the store with a clear plastic bag.
Actual video. They give crime a bad name. Real-life crooks from around the country and right here in the metro area. Kevin Dietz shows you what landed them behind bars. You won't believe what they try to get away with. Sunday on the Night Beat at 11 on Channel 4. The metro area's dumbest criminals. Sunday, actual video. See outrageous stories from police files. Sunday at 11. Basketball collides with rock and roll as the NBA All-Star Game heads to Cleveland. Check out live reports from the game, plus Bad Boy Rick Mahorn's unique analysis, Sunday at 11:30.